Hello, and welcome to the Penguins Collective podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
Oh, and you disappeared real quick.
We're
brothers who love to talk about hockey,
especially the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, what a game! History in the making. The Pittsburgh Penguins defeat the New York Islanders 7-0. Puustinen scores his first NHL goal. Malkin takes his step into becoming a certified top 100 player, and Chris Letang does the unthinkable. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys so much for joining us right now. Make sure you guys are commenting. I see the chats are rolling in right now. What is up, Angry Boot? If you guys have your thoughts, reactions, put them in the chat below. We want to hear what you have to say about this wonderful game. What is up, Tristan? Let's throw up Tristan right here. Pens win 7-0, just as we all expected. Did we? Did we expect that? All right. Angry Boot also says, it's a good night. Pens beat the Isles and the Caps lost. What more can you ask for? Well, you did ask for something else. You asked, where's the iceberg mask? Well, if you ask, you shall receive, Angry Boot. Hold on. Josh, your thoughts of tonight's game?
Yeah, I was going to say, while you get that head on your head, I will just go into it. I'm a little speechless tonight because first period, I was expecting them to go a little bit slow, being that they had about 5 days off. But, we were able to hold our own in the first period, as well as the Islanders. They were just, everyone was feeling each other out. And then the second period was really the entire game. Okay.
That's right.
If you missed the first period, if you missed the third period, don't worry about it. Just go back and watch the second period because that was where all the action was. 6 goals. I believe we scored our first 3 goals on 3 shots. Like you said, why am I blanking on his name? Because you're distracting me. Chris Letang got 6 assists, 5 assists. Wait, did he get 5 or 6 assists? What did he get?
5, baby.
5 assists, which ties a Penguins record. I'm struggling tonight.
No, Josh, it's not a Penguins record. He is the first defenseman in NHL history to record 5 points in a period. My guy.
Yeah.
5 points in a period.
But I think he's the third Penguin to do it in Penguins history.
No, he's the first player in NHL history to do that.
Okay, but he's the first defenseman. Listen to the phrasing here. He's the first defenseman and the third Penguin to do it all the time. Because Lemieux did it like a bunch of times, and then 2 other guys did it.
You're absolutely right.
Yes. Okay.
You're absolutely right.
Got it.
The sorry.
Head is so much more distracting than I thought.
I'm dancing, Josh. I'm dancing. I'm so excited for those of you who... Oh, I just swallowed a fuzzball. Hold on.
Nice.
For those of you who are listening and not watching, I wear an iceberg mascot head every time the Pittsburgh Penguins win. And it is very hard for you to probably understand me. And you know what? I can't understand myself either. So you know what? Maybe it's time to take it off. I am choking. Josh, take it away.
Yeah. So, just to continue on that second period, the only thing missing in that second period was a power play goal. And, we had some good opportunities, but we weren't able to capitalize. What else is new? Hate to rain on the 7-0 win tonight, but still nothing from the power play.
Yep.
But it seemed like, 5-on-5, if they want to carry us this way, that's fine by me. Tristan Jarry, after having 3 games off, about practically a full week off, no action, comes in, 21 saves, gets the shutout, still leading the league in shutouts, and it's another feather in the cap towards his Vezina trophy. That's all I'm saying. But Louis, I don't know what else. What else we can say?
Oh, Josh. Oh, let me bring this down.
There's
Back
lots to
on me.
say, to be honest.
But Josh, there's so much that happened today. Yes, you talked about it. Tristan Jarry, absolutely brick wall tonight. You gotta love Tristan Jarry. He played absolutely on fire tonight. He didn't let anything get past him. Not only get past him, he was dialed in. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can ask for a goaltender. He was dialed in. Jackson in the chat saying Tristan Jarry 2023-24 Vezina winner. You know what? He leads the NHL in shutouts this year with 4. And technically, Angry Boo, I just read your mind. Technically, he should have 5. He got injured. Nedeljkovic had to come in, and technically he got the shutout. But technically, Jarry should have got that shutout. So he does, in fact, lead the league at 4. He would have led the league at 5 if it wasn't for an injury. So you really have to say we kind of have the best goaltender in the league. If you really want to break it down, we really do. We have the best goalie tandem in the league. Nedeljkovic is really strong. So is Jarry. That's something you got to be excited about there. Then you got to take a look at our scoring. Jake Guentzel, I mean, if you want to put if you're mathing today, basically you get free Jake Shakes, right? Because you get half off a Jake Shake of a goal. He scored 2 goals tonight. So that's a free shake, right? They need to be more specific in their marketing, because if they say, we'll get into that, Jackson. If you get half off a Jake Shake, and he scores twice, that's 2 halves. That's a whole. You get a free Jake Shake. You go in there, tomorrow, if you're in the Pittsburgh area and you want to go up to a milkshake factory, walk in there and say, hey, Louie from the Penguins Collective said it's full off because Jake Guentzel scored 2 goals. They're going to look at you and go, I guess you're right. I do have to check out.
I don't think that's how that math works either.
You go into Milkshake Factory and you demand it to be free, just a Jake Shake. You demand a Jake Shake to be free because he scored 2 goals. That's a Louie guarantee. Let's move on to please don't do that. Please don't bother these poor workers that probably don't even watch hockey, right? Yeah. They're like, who's Jake Guentzel?
They already hate knowing that coming into their shift, Jake Shakes are going to be half off.
Gosh, there's going to be these people who walk in. Oh, Jake Guentzel could have a Jake Shake, and they're like, yeah, it's December, dude. Yeah. It's December. What are you doing in here for a shake? Jake Guentzel scored. It's half off.
Not gonna lie, Louie, keep talking shakes. I'm gonna want one right now. So.
Hey, in an hour and a half, Jake Shake time. Okay,
right. 50% off.
Full off. That's a Louie guarantee. Yeah, and like you were saying, Jarry was phenomenal. Jake Guentzel was phenomenal, and you had these little spots that were just so great to see, like Puustinen recording his first NHL goal. And not only that, man, was that a snipe. What a nice pass.
I didn't even know it went in.
I think it hit bar down.
Oh, see, I was thinking it hit that back bar and like.
Oh, I heard a post.
Yeah.
So I thought when looking at it, I was like, did it go bar down? Because if so, what a first NHL goal. Yeah. What a first. And you could see it on his face. He knew. The whole bench knew. That was phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal. And to hit him score in his first goal, and obviously Letang with the 6th assist game, and Aiden, welcome to the chat, I may add. Letang with the 6th assist game is crazy, though. It really is, dude.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, the fact that there's a certain Twitter account which Jackson kind of referred to, that usually absolutely hates Chris Letang and Tristan Jarry. Okay, that's the two things. There's a specific Twitter account. I am not going to give them any free publicity.
If you would like a hint, go into the chat.
It's in the chat.
Jackson has put it in there.
Already said it. There's a certain Twitter account hates those two guys. Okay, they did phenomenal tonight, both of them. Not a peep from that Twitter account.
Yeah.
Not a peep.
Well,
so
and what's funny is that like last season, okay, Chris Letang had a great game, and that Mike Sullivan came out after the game in the post game press conference and said it's been chronicled. He dropped a hint that
now you're saying it. Now you're saying
I'm just saying. I'm just saying a word. I'm repeating what Mike Sullivan said. Okay, but Mike Sullivan points it out post game press conference last season.
That's right.
Tristan Jarry Chris Letang has a better game, a career night tonight.
Historic
night.
It's not even a career. It's historic.
Is he gonna call him out by name now? You know, because he dropped hints last year. Now is he gonna call him out?
This dude lives on this street, and here's his mailing address. I'm coming after you. That's what Letang would say after this press conference. Jackson said this guy tweeted in the beginning of something in the beginning something along the lines of Letang to the box. What a leader. Then deleted after the points started coming. Yeah, you know what? Hey, you're at the Penguins Collective Podcast, okay? If we have a problem with the player, we make it known. And if they surprise us, we apologize and take back the words. Oh, my goodness. Take back the words.
But we don't delete it.
We don't delete it. There's been things on our Twitter that you probably say, that's a little sus. But we own up to what we say, or we don't. We don't back down. We die on that hill. Like Mike Sullivan being the head coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins, not dying on that hill.
Yeah.
Go touch grass if you think otherwise. Okay. But we stand by what we say. Okay. And we don't talk trash about people's fathers. We don't talk trash about things that are going on in the players' personal lives that will be affecting their game, because that's a little out of bounds. Don't talk about that, which was warranted when Mike Sullivan said it's been chronicled. Now, I want something good to happen, and I want to say, man, we've been a collective here on this team. And I'll be like, oh, but I feel like he would never say that.
Yeah.
Or he'll say something along the lines of, you know, this team, I feel like they would take a bullet for me or something like that. I'd be like, he listens to the show.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
If he says something like they would take a bullet for me or anything like that, I am retweeting that. I would get a Mike Sullivan tattoo if he shout out the Penguins Collective in any way.
In a Mike Sullivan way.
In a Mike Sullivan way.
Not just a straight up shout out. But yeah.
I mean, if he did that, definitely. But like in his Mike Sullivan-esque way, if he was like, you know, they would take a bullet for me if I asked, and I feel like we're doing it in the right direction, I'd be like, tattoo coming in.
Yeah.
Coming in hot for the Mike Sullivan tattoo. Where were we going with this, Josh? We're just talking, ebbing and flowing right now.
We're talking about Chris Letang and his historic performance.
Absolutely, Josh.
And the individual who was quiet tonight.
That was right. Thank you. And he was quiet. Thank you. He was quiet tonight, and he had every right to be, because these guys downright outperformed way better than expected.
Yeah.
Also, I just like to say, Josh gets off. Dude, don't come tweeting at me right now because I called him out in the pregame, okay? He just tweeted at us. I don't know if you just saw.
No.
Yeah. So in the beginning of the game.
Did?
Yeah. So in the pregame, Josh Getzoff was like, "Oh, Tristan Jarry has never lost against the Islanders," and I was like, "Dude, don't say that right before commercial break like it's nothing." You know, like he was like, "Oh, we're getting ready for tonight's puck drop." And that guy right there has never lost to the Islanders ever before. Commercial. And I was like, whoa, that's something, that's heavy handed. You can't just say something like that.
I did
And then
hear
it goes
that.
to commercial.
I didn't know you put something out there.
And I was like, whoa, Josh Getzoff, don't do that. That's something you don't do. And he got done with doing his job tonight, looks at his tweets and go, hey, I'm going to respond to that. So he just responded, there's no such thing. You're just feeling good, Josh. Okay? You're feeling good after a 7-0 night. You had a lot to talk about.
Whoa.
The play did all the talking for you, so you're feeling good. Okay?
Did you call him out for the commentator's jinx? Is that what you're saying?
Correct, Josh.
Okay. All right. So we already know that he doesn't believe in that.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah. And
he doesn't.
two,
First of all,
he was calling shots tonight.
Oh,
him and
Rupp.
Rupp.
Mike
literally,
Rupp.
they're like, oh, the scoring has already started, and they said, like, Malkin is moving around really well. Like, it'd be nice if he got rewarded here. Boom, goal. And then he got his second because they were talking about him, which we're gonna get to in a second. Climbing the Russian-born ladder. Boom, gets his second goal. And then they're like, oh, Raheem Zahorna
He's been looking good tonight.
He hasn't scored yet.
Goal. And you know what? He's feeling too good. Okay? He's getting a little too big for his britches right now. Okay? Josh, this is a public call out to you, bud. You better. Hey.
He's a friend of the show.
He is a friend of the show, which I feel comfortable calling him out right now. Hey, buddy. Looking into these pearly hazels. Okay? It's pearly whites are for teeth. I just realized as I was saying that.
I was wondering where you came up with pearly hazels.
But you know what? I like it. So I'm going to run with it. Okay? Look into these eyes. All right? Look at these pearly hazels, bud. Guess what? Stop doing the jinxes. All right? You freak me out. You freak Josh out. You freak the entire Twitterverse out when you're saying things like, well, Sidney Crosby's never got hurt ever before on this arena. Then he breaks his leg. I feel like that's going to happen. And I feel like it needs to stop now. Let's nip it in the bud now before it gets too chaotic. All right? So, Josh, let's knock it off with these jinxes.
But
let's resume with the show.
Don't we want him to keep going right now because he's riding
he's feeling
hot
too
hand.
good. It's hey. It's 7-0. He's feeling good. All right? But I don't like the jinxes. All right? Don't like the jinxes. So if you guys can clip that and send it to Josh Getzoff, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate that. Jackson, I know you're on it, bud. I know.
He's clipped you a few times already.
I know you're on this right now, dude. So clip that, tag Josh Getzoff, and we got to stop this menace, all right? Because
that's what I'm saying. Angry boot.
Hey, whoa, guys, the jinxes will finally come, okay? I know.
I
let's
understand
ride the hot
that.
hand, but no, he's going to say something ridiculous. Like, oh, Tristan Jarry has been so good when he's not injured. Boom, knee to the head. He's out for the season, okay?
Stop. You're the one doing it now.
I am following his example. See how dangerous the jinx game is? See how dangerous one thing could... It's a domino effect, Josh. Can't you see that? Can't you see that, Angry Boot? Can't you see that, Jackson? Jeez. Jackson says, let's get back on the Twitter train here. Jackson says, I've been searching for Mike Sullivan's burner account since last year when he said Chronicle. Jackson already got the clip. Hey, dude. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. But anyway, he's got to have a burner account. I'm pretty sure he watches the show every single time. I did put up a tweet tonight. Let's see if I can find it. When we missed the playoffs, I'm blaming Louie. Did I say we were missing the playoffs today, Angry Boot? No. I
Okay, but
didn't.
you're setting things up that would, in your words, cause
Hey,
a domino effect.
that's his domino effect. I am talking about the ramifications of his actions.
Yeah,
All
but
right?
you're the one who's like literally saying other things in terms of people getting hurt. I'm not repeating them because I don't want to be held liable.
Hey,
So
you don't want to be held out? What about Josh Getzoff? He's the menace here. Okay?
I don't think so.
Hold on. I think so. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to find the tweet that the reason why we're winning right now. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Because I'd like to go on to the next gentleman who broke history tonight.
Oh, Josh.
Who made history tonight.
Who made it? There's just a lot of histories tonight.
Yeah.
Lot of histories tonight.
I think it's only 3, but
here we go. I wanted to share this. If you don't see, I feel very proud of this meme I made. Okay, thanks everyone.
Can you make it bigger? Just click on it.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
Yeah,
Boom.
perfect.
Boom. Hey, I want you guys to share this. Speaking of burner accounts on Twitter, speaking of being chronicled, all right, in the history of the Penguins, this is what they need to do, right? This is what Todd Reardon is doing for the rest of his job, okay? To keep his job, he's listening to this podcast, okay? Every single time. How do I get better on the power play? TPC has the answer. How do we get better? How do we win a 7-0 game against the New York Islanders? You listen to the Penguins Collective podcast. That's all I'm going to say. And apparently, don't jinx the team, okay? All right, we're done with that. Hard transition, but you know what? Don't care. Let's move on, Josh. History has been happening tonight. Okay, Chris Letang, Tristan Jarry, Puustinen, and now the guy that I've been hardest on this season. Okay, I just mentioned a couple minutes ago how we won't attack a certain player, and if we do attack a certain player and they change their play and make us change our view on them, we will come clean. We will take responsibility for our words. And Malkin has changed my mind tonight. He played a lot better tonight. Probably the best I've seen all season from not only Malkin but Letang. They're passing, especially on Gino's first goal
and second
just unreal, dude. Unreal. The passing, just the awareness in the own offensive zone, tape to tape passes. They looked like professionals out there. And also, Malkin looked like a top 100 player tonight. And he showed it. And what did he do today, Josh?
He, with his 2 goals, is now in sole possession of second place of the how would you rank this? Russian-born players, goal scorers, Russian-born goal scorers. So, I think I saw the number. Was it 4? It's 400 and something.
All right, Josh. I guess I'll do this for you.
Yeah, you can look it up. All right, cool.
All right. So with his second goal tonight, Evgeny Malkin has the second most goals among Russian-born skaters in the NHL history with 484 points, passing Sergei Fedorov 483. Now we all know number 1,
Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah, poop on him. But
I just want to say, with like what you were saying in terms of the passing and the way that they were playing on those 2 goals. The second goal, I don't know if you noticed, they were like rotating and filling each other's gaps, and
Did you feel like it was a miracle movement?
Literally, as soon as I saw it happen, I was just like, "Oh, that's miracle."
That's
miracle.
Boom, boom, boom. He's gonna fill in his spot. That spot is gonna boom, boom, boom. What the heck is this guy talking about?
Yeah.
No clue.
But that's
was a
crazy
miracle.
how like 40 years ago that premise still applies. In today's modern,
yeah.
fast, high scoring NHL, that premise of, filling in the spaces after, a player has moved from his position, that still applies. And, uh, you know, one thing, these two goals, well, mainly the second goal that Malkin scored, and not only all the other goals that we had, it's the thing that you've been talking about since the beginning of this season. When you're struggling to score goals, where do you need to go? Front
To
of
the
the
net.
net. And Malkin scored a goal that way. Raquel scored a goal that way.
That's right.
Gensel scored a goal that way.
That's right.
I mean, it's just.
Did you say
that
Zahorna?
Zahorna scored a goal that way.
Zahorna scored that way.
That's the way that it needs to be. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't think it had to be for every goal, but I guess it does. I mean, that's just what we need. So
just what we need right now.
Yeah. And Malkin has the body to do it. Not at this age, but he has the body to do it. And not a bad idea to just keep shoving him down there and just let him go to work. But
not only that, look at Zahorna. I think the light bulb just went off in his head. Go, oh, I could score down here.
Well,
like,
I think he crashed the net and had a lucky rebound, but I'll take it one way or the other.
But hopefully a light bulb goes off in his head and goes, hey, if I stay down here, do I get more goals? Absolutely, dude. Just stay there.
Yeah.
It was definitely this was a nice game overall.
Yes.
Okay. Here's where I'll say the temperature. Okay. Temperature segment time, Josh.
Very nice.
Of the Twitterverse. Everyone is loving right now. I think it's the Christmas spirit leaking in to this game. I think that the Christmas spirit kind of awoken in everyone, and they are very happy, and no one's angry. No one's attacking any player tonight, especially a certain Twitter account. Everyone's feeling pretty good. So, you know what? The temperature, it's ice cold, baby. It's got ice in the veins right now, dude. That's everyone is feeling good, and that's great. You love to see it. This is a game that just makes you feel good, Josh.
Yeah.
Like waking up early in the morning, running down to the Christmas tree and seeing a bunch of presents, 7 to be exact. Make it 8 because we got a shutout.
And a certain podcast is not calling for a trade of a
That's right. That's right. When I see a lot of tweets that look in like a condescending tone where it's like, oh, we're keeping the core together. Oh, this is what we get when we keep the core together. Dude, the core's been phenomenal the last 2 games. Sid was unbelievable last game, and now Malkin and Letang played phenomenal this game. Where's that tweet? Where's that tweet, dude? You can't say it. Now, at times, does that thought float through my head? Yeah, sometimes where I'm like, man, what would it be like if we didn't have Letang and Malkin and we had full of youth? But I'm still overall happy that we had Letang and Malkin right now. Can we win a cup with them? And if we do, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Yeah. And Jackson coming in with a great thing. Oh, sorry, Josh. Did you want to say something?
I was just going to say, those aren't even the players I was talking about. But.
Oh, this is a player that we could talk about. The Letang hate is crazy. When Graves exists, dude, I don't know what's going on with Graves. He is not like I thought he was a good defenseman when we signed him. Really did. And I'm not saying he's bad.
I remember watching him from last year in New Jersey.
He was like really good. He reminded me of a young Letang. And I was like, oh, we signed him? But I feel like he's just taking a back seat. Not as bad as Dumoulin. He is not causing plays that would end up in the puck the puck in the net. He's doing the opposite. Don't get me wrong. He's doing some things, but it's I don't know what's going on. Is there something going on? Maybe he needs just like a little break. Kind of like Jari. He had an 11-day break, comes back, shut up. Maybe he needs that little break. I don't know. I
don't
can't
know.
tell. Maybe he needs a haircut. I don't know. Do
I think
something.
all the defensemen, like even Carlson, as great as he is, you know, he he's supposed to be putting up points. You know, when when is he going to start putting on, more offensive prowess that he's supposedly bringing to the team? Now, I'm not trying to throw any type of shade at Carlson. He's a 3-time Norris Trophy winner, future Hall of Famer. Not
That's
throwing
right.
any shade. All I'm saying is that I think Mike Sullivan is probably going to just leave the defensemen, at least the top 4,
Yeah.
as is for a while, because I think the issue is they need to gel. Let Graves gel with Letang, let
Yep.
Carlson gel with Pedersen, and then all of it will just click. Because I think that's all it's gonna take, is that once the gelling starts and that everyone knows how they like to play with each other and they start communicating where they want to be. You saw it a little bit tonight, okay, with the blue line, along the blue line passes from Letang to Graves, and then you saw it with Pedersen and Carlson. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's not only Graves, it's not only Carlson, it's
Mm-hmm.
all of them except Letang, which is wild because there has been years in the past where it's like it's everyone but Letang. But like now it's like legitimately everyone is struggling in bits and pieces except Letang. So I don't know.
Well, I
But
wouldn't say
that's my suggestion if I was Sullivan. Just leave everything.
I want to see some changes. I honestly think Carlson deserves and should be top line. I think it's ridiculous that he's not. I know Letang is playing really well, but come on, let's really face the facts here. I think that Carlson's way better defenseman than Letang. So let's put him on the first line. Put Letang on the bottom. Now, however you want to play them is up to Sully. Okay,
Yeah.
however you want to play him, that's up to Sully. Like I'm not going to argue that, but I honestly think starting lineup definitely need to have Carlson to give him a little boost of confidence there, especially Pedersen. Pedersen has been phenomenal. Jackson just said it in the chat. Um, he has been playing great. I mean, he's been taking some bad penalties in certain situations, but that's just because he's changed his game a little bit this season. That makes him a
Yeah.
valuable asset to the defenseman. Last year, he wasn't really doing what he should have. Now he's doing what he's doing. And when he takes a penalty, you're kind of like, okay, I guess I'll take that penalty because he was doing his job. It's not like a Carlson where it's becoming a 2-on-1 and he like hooks him and you're like, oh, you shouldn't have taken that penalty. He's doing something that is trying to prevent a goal. So you're kind of like, okay, I'll let that slide. So Pedersen is doing pretty well. Carlson needs that boost of confidence. So I think something like putting him on the first line will do a little bit better for him. Letang's doing just fine. So like I said, however you want to play him, that great. Great. I would also pair him up with Graves. Um,
Isn't he
which I don't
currently paired up with Graves?
I think I was he this today? Let's look.
So, but that goes back to my point, is that Sullivan keeps switching them back and forth. Graves, Letang, Graves, Carlson, Pedersen, Carlson, Pedersen, Letang. He keeps going back and forth, and I understand they're all professionals. They all know how to work together. I get that,
All
but like
professional.
there takes like a certain type of cohesion among the
Nice.
pairings that
Nice.
needs to happen, and it's just I don't know if it's there. And again, a 7-0 hockey game. I don't want to be nitpicking right now, but it's just I'm trying to think. Just one game doesn't technically get us over the hump. We got to
No,
start stringing these together. And I think by having the same pairings allows them to gel as we go on this stretch. That's a
I agree.
master
I
salt.
agree with you. And today's lineup was Pedersen, Letang, Graves, Carlson, Ludwig,
Yeah.
Ruedel. So what I would do is literally just flip flop Letang and Carlson. So Pedersen, Carlson, Graves,
Which
Letang.
what it was in the beginning of the year.
So let that sit.
Yeah.
To your
That's what
point.
I've been saying. Yeah.
So let that sit. So honestly, Letang, like I said, you could play the second line more if you want. But definitely have Pedersen, Carlson, Graves, Letang, Ludwig, Ruedel, and fill in that bottom pairing however you want, whether P.O. Joseph comes in, Shea, however you guys want to do that. But I do like that. That I like Ludwig. I think he's proving himself a
Yeah,
lot.
got to keep Ludwig. I don't know why Chad
So
Ruedel has been getting so much playing time.
I
But
think it's just because P.O. Joseph has not been playing up to his par. So it's kind of like, let's try to figure out who could fill in that gap. So if I was Mike Sullivan, I would have Pedersen, Carlson, Graves, Letang, Ludwig, and P.O. Joseph. That is what I would have, and I would let that sit for about 3 to 4 games and see how they produce. Definitely in practices in between games, go heavy with those defensive line pairings
yeah.
and definitely push that and push that and push that. Get them in situations where they have to communicate, where they have to kind of rely on each other. And I think when you do that, that builds a chemistry, which everyone knows. When you build that chemistry, it builds a long lasting relationship similar to Crosby and Gensel, right? Like no matter what the lineup is, you know it's going to be Gensel, Crosby on the first line. That's something we need on the defensive side, which we haven't gotten. To Josh's point, they haven't had time to gel. So that is what we recommend.
But that is the one thing that I've struggled with since the start of the year, because at the start of the season he put Pedersen with Carlson.
Mm.
Pedersen and Letang had an amazing year last year.
Yes, he did.
As being paired together. So why switch it up? I get it. Carlson and Pedersen are two Swedes, but I don't know if they've ever played together. I think this is the first time.
Sure.
Right? Because Carlson didn't. I don't think Carlson played in the last like round of like national competition. But I don't know. We differ on that. But again, it's just this whole season is just so strange, because I can't recall a season like this where you have such a long break during Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, what about last month where we had like almost 10 days off? It felt like,
and now we don't play until Saturday.
Now we don't play again until Saturday. It's
which
like,
I mean, to be fair,
this?
it's 3 days. Like it's not a long break.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean, no, it's Thursday, Friday.
It used to literally be every other night for like 3 weeks in a month, and now it's like, yeah, we'll play when we want.
Well, don't forget we have a back-to-back. So it's
Saturday, Sunday. Sure.
Yeah. So we don't have. So today's Wednesday.
Yep.
We played. We're off Thursday. We're off Friday. We play Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I think that's a fair schedule.
Actually, I do think we're back at it on Tuesday.
So that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. Now we play the Islanders again, a home and home on Sunday. They're coming to Pittsburgh.
We play the Blues on Saturday.
And we're home.
Yeah.
So now it's an important homestand for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And definitely I would say start Jari Saturday and have Nedeljkovic go on Sunday.
Flip it.
You want Jari to face him twice?
Yep.
Are Blues good? Chat, is the Blues good this year?
I'm going to go out on a limb.
Oh, NES Addict is here. Hey, what's up, Jake?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they are not. That's my guess. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But, I mean, tonight was a huge game because the Islanders are currently second in the Metropolitan, And we talk about that. Every time a divisional game comes in, you have a chance to get 4
Possible.
points.
There we go. Yeah.
You get 2 in your own, and then you're taking away 2 from the other team. So that's essentially 4 that we got tonight. We have another opportunity on Sunday to get at it. And NES said in the chat the Blues are 50-50. So, all right then. Yeah, because they got a goalie. Who is that?
Bennington.
Bennington. That's right. He's good. And when he's on, he's like
he's on.
Yeah, he's like
yeah, he's on. You ever
Jim
see him
Craig.
when his game is on?
Yeah.
No, that's true. I mean, Bennington is a good goaltender, and that is something we got to look out. So, which is why I say play Jari on Saturday and have Nedeljkovic play on Sunday. Now, Nedeljkovic is playing well. So is Jari. Now, Jari, ride the hot hand. You don't want to ice him this upcoming Saturday.
I mean, it's 2 games off, though. Two days off.
He had 11 days off, and he just had a shutout. Yeah. Definitely put him up against the Blues, and then the next day on Sunday, Islanders. Now, is that a 1 o'clock start?
It's an earlier one, but it's not like.
Is it a 6 o'clock game?
Yeah,
I hate when they do that.
Like that. Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta see this.
But no, the only reason why I'm saying Jari for the Islanders is because I'd love to see
6 o'clock.
I'd love to see Sorokin versus Jari again, because I know they're going to start Sorokin.
No. Oh yeah. On Sunday.
On Sunday, absolutely.
For sure, they're looking for blood.
Yes, so that's why I want Jari. I want our 1 versus their 1.
I know we did, and we scored 7-0 on them.
And I want it again.
You want it again?
Run it back.
No, hey, I don't know about you guys, but there was a little grin on my face when I saw Sorokin got pulled in the 4th period.
I was surprised it took that long.
4th period? Really, Louie? The 3rd period, seeing Sorokin not come out, I loved it. I was like, man, this guy killed our hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago.
Look at him now. Great goalie.
Look at him now. Look at him skating off, heading low at 6-0 going into the 3rd period. Love it. Absolutely love it. It felt good to see Sorokin go down, and I can't wait to see our backup goaltender absolutely dominate Sorokin on Sunday. So that's what I would do. I would start Jari on Saturday, play Sorokin on Sunday. Hey, we're going to get 2 wins. I honestly feel pretty good. Speaking of records, we have been 5-1-1 in our last 7 games. So are we turning a corner here, as Hunter Hody said on Twitter? Are we turning a corner by saying that, hey, we're 5-1-1 in the last 7. Jari's playing good. Nedeljkovic is playing good. Carlson still needs a little work, but Letang is playing well, and now Malkin is playing well. Sid is playing fantastic. Are we on track to getting to the point where Dubas said we would be when he first signed up to be the GM?
Well,
Josh.
This is what we said. This is the time. When everyone was calling for Sullivan's head, calling for certain trades, this was what we were saying. Come see us December, January. That is the time that you will really get to see what this team is about. And you're starting to see it. And hopefully this is it clicking. We had glimpses of it earlier in the season. I just hope that it sticks, because like I said, we've had glimpses. So now
we have had glimpses.
Now that you're saying that we're 5-1-1,
I believe that's the
true. Let's hope that that's what it starts sticking with. I don't know. I need to see more, because the thing is, like, we can go one of 2 ways, where we can start losing 5 in a row and we can start winning 5 in a row. We need to start seeing the trends of winning.
The more consistency.
Yes.
We need to see consistency. And I agree with you. Speaking of consistency, we have Raquel finally scoring more consistently.
It's true.
We had Raquel scored. last game. This game, he got a buzzer beater goal, technically. And I mean, it's nice to see that for sure. You want to see that he played on the first line, which is a great idea from Sullivan to kind of get this guy going, put him on the line with Crosby. The only player that didn't put up a point that I thought would is Crosby tonight. I wanted him to just put up an assist or something. He didn't get any points today, which is fine. I'm sure he would take the win rather than him get himself a point. But NES made a great point. Raquel is scoring. That is great. You want to see more consistency. I would love to see more consistency from Malkin, Letang. Now, Raquel. Let's get Carlson into the mix. Gensel's now going. Crosby's been playing well. Wait until Rust gets back and Achari for our penalty kill. As soon as that comes in, all we have to worry about is our dreaded power play. And then if that clicks, look out. I mean, we're scoring 7 goals. We're scoring more than 3 a game. We're looking good. I think this is a good sign rather than a bad one. Yes, we're 5-1-1, and we need to play a little more consistently. But as soon as we hit that stride, what are we making a move on the trade deadline, or are we saying, "Hey, are we good?
Yeah.
Let's run. Let's go. Let's sprint." Because Mike Sullivan always says, Josh mentioned it earlier, to sneak 4 points away from the Islanders, gotta feel good. Playing the Blues, not in our division, it's a good 2 points. You want to get that.
Yeah.
Facing the Islanders again, now this is what we're made of. The Islanders are going to want blood. Regardless if they score or they don't, they're going to come out physical. They're going to come out aggressive. Yeah, see you, Jackson. They're going to come out physical. They're going to come out aggressive. You want to see how we respond in that game. And I think that is a great indicator on how the Penguins will be later in the season and into the playoffs. Penguins need to come out swinging. I love that they played a full 60 minutes tonight. They did not slow down in the third, even though they were up 6-0. They still attacked, still put the puck in the offensive zone. That's what you want to see going forward into the season. And I'm just overall excited that we're 5-1-1. I think it shows great stuff, especially from our core. Can we keep it up? Time will only tell.
Yeah, and I mean tonight's the type of game where you forget about the conversations of trying to trade Jake Guentzel because he's not going to resign, and you just enjoy the greatness that he produces on the ice as a Penguin. But I mean, like you said, who knows what's going to happen coming down the stretch. And when I say stretch, I mean we still got 4 months left, like
4 months,
full 4 months,
4 months.
Hockey. So I mean, and 2.5 before the trade deadline. So lots can happen. A lot can happen. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if you still have the calendar up, but I mean, we got the Blues, the Islanders, and then I think we do have a couple more divisional games next week.
Islander Capitals, January 2nd. Bruins, January 4th.
Yeah.
Sabres, January 6th. And the Philadelphia Flyers, January 8th. So, Capitals.
A lot of Eastern
Flyers.
Conference. A lot of Eastern Conference.
These are the games that need us to kind of put us into the situation. Really into the situation of, see you guys. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. These games coming up in early January, that could put us in a good spot for a playoff,
Yeah.
That could put us in a good spot. So it's how we react to the Islander game. It's even how we react to the St. Louis game. So we got to come out swinging. We got to get these wins. It's a very important month. And that pretty much is it. We got to just start playing more consistently, and we got to start having a little more nights like tonight, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And guys, thank you so much for joining. I'll pretty much do it. I want to do a little housekeeping before we get going. couple ads here, so bear with us. All right. Guys, we are proudly sponsored by the awesome brand Yinz. All right, that is YINZZ. All right, so Yinz is a Pittsburgh term. All right, it means you all, it means you guys, however you want to phrase it. It is the name you call when you walk into a store and you go, "What up, Yinz?" You know, that is Pittsburghese. Okay, and what this brand decided to do was create an iconic symbol for the city, yeah, basically for the state, but for the city of Pittsburgh. Whether you're a Pirates fan, whether you're a Steelers fan, and of course, whether you're a Penguins fan, this logo represents all Pittsburgh sports. They have hats like the one I'm wearing. They have t-shirts. They have hoodies. They have everything you can get to rock to rep Pittsburgh. I know a lot of our followers have gotten some Yin stuff, and we've got Yin stuff. We know the quality is amazing. The shirts are great. They even have the Penguins Collective t-shirts. They have our logo and they have our sign off on there. It's really cool, and we're continuing to grow with that brand. It's awesome. We've done a couple giveaways. We'll do some more giveaways with them. So, hey, awesome brand to work with, awesome brand to buy from. And when you apply code TPC15, you get 15% off your first order. All right, so if you haven't already, go to shopyinz.com. That's shopyinz, YINZZ.com, and enter code TPC15. You'll get 15% off your first order. Our second, Josh doesn't even know about this. This is brand new.
You crushed that ad.
Thanks, man. I have nothing written down. Off the top of the dome. All right.
Well, don't tell anyone that. I'm just saying.
Josh, these people are family, okay? They need to know. Our second is Louie Locker Room. So if you guys go to LouieLockerRoom.com, you can get all your sports equipment that you want, from hockey, partnered up with CCM, or if you want to do some football with Zenith Football, or you want to go get the top brands for basketball, soccer, you name it, go to LouieLockerRoom.com right now and apply code Christmas20 for 20% off your order. That goes until the new year. So make sure you guys go to LouieLockerRoom.com and enter code Christmas20. You get 20% off your order, regardless if this is your first time or your 20th time. Make sure you go. They got some awesome shoes from Adidas. They got, like I said, hockey equipment. I don't know if you know, but hockey equipment is super expensive. Even if you go to a real retailer like Dick's and go in there and pull out the newest CCM stick, it's like over $300. No one's got that kind of money that's just laying around. Louie Locker Room gives you guys the best brands and the cheapest price, and that is guaranteed. Go to LouieLockerRoom.com today. Josh,
that was nice.
That'll do it for the. Thank you so much. Thank you. That'll do it for this episode, guys. We will be back on Saturday. 7:00. We'll be live tweeting during the game. And Josh, where can they find this podcast, whether it's audio or visual?
Yeah, so audio will be uploaded after, usually within 12 hours of the end of our recording. It mainly goes on to our Spotify page, but you can also find it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, iHeart, wherever you listen to your podcast. Wherever you are currently listening to us, you will be able to find us. Also, don't forget, if you are a hockey fan, which you are listening to us, so I'm assuming so, we're part of the Hockey Podcast Network. There are some other great podcasts on that platform for just general hockey news. So if you want to find us there, so it's thpn.com, and then you'll just scroll down to our logo and you can find our episodes fully cataloged there. Video, you can find us live on YouTube and Twitch. But if you want to, Twitter,
yeah, we're live on Twitter.
Are we live? Oh, my bad. So we're also live on Twitter. But if you want to watch a previous episode live, which I did see a couple of people have done that, and they left comments. I meant to go in there and respond to them, but you go into YouTube, you search the Penguins Collective or at Pens Collective, and then all the videos will be under the live tab. Man, I'm struggling tonight.
You are.
I feel like the Penguins and the Islanders in the first period. I'm just trying to get through it so we can get our feet back underneath us. But we would be under the live tab, and you'd be able to watch all the previous videos. Go watch Louie put on the iceberg hat, helmet, head.
Yeah, you are struggling, Josh. Come on, let's get through
numerous times.
Come on.
Okay, but that is pretty much it. All of the platforms. Our handle is at Pens Collective.
Right up here.
That right there.
At Pens Collective. Anywhere you go, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, make sure you guys go out there and get involved. That's all we really ask. We don't, we're kind of done asking for you guys to leave a review, to kind of do all that stuff. Every show asks you guys to do that. What we want is engagement. Comment on our post, come to the live episodes and leave comments. Like the whole point. Like we have some great guys, the reoccurring guests like Jackson, NES, Angry Boot. These guys come in every single game to just talk about the team that they love. And that's what we want to see from everyone else. We want to see you guys interact, come to the lives and chat. They have like their own little conversation on the side as we're talking about the game. They have their own little conversation. So we want you guys to be a part of that as well. So make sure you guys join us and get involved at Pens Collective, whatever platform you like. They're there engaging. Make sure you guys get engaged too. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And we will see you on Saturday. And Josh,